Painting your kitchen, I know it seems daunting, but if you get the steps right, you can update and refresh your kitchen to something beautiful and modern at a fraction of the cost of replacing it. Start by removing all doors and drawers and filling in any holes and cracks. Then we had to give everything a really good sand down. So we're not looking to remove the finish here, but we just want to dull any of that shininess and create some micro textures in the surface. Following from the sanding, the most important part of this prep process is the cleaning. You need to clean and clean again to make sure there is absolutely no grease, grime, dust, anything left on the surfaces. Then it's time to prime. Apply by cutting in with a brush and rolling on with a 4mm mohair or microfiber roller. Only 1 coat of primer and 4 hours of dry time before you start the next coat. For the top coat, you need at least 2 coats with 8 hours of dry time between each coat. For this one, because we're going over such a dark orangey pine with just a white, we decided to do 3 coats just to get that really opaque, even coverage. Because the kitchen is the heart of the home and these surfaces need to be hard wearing, we're going to go with a clear coat over everything that we paint in here. So for the kitchen cabinets, we've chosen a satin finish and it's just 1 coat of this. Next, we can move on to the splashback and bench top. So you need to remove any old silicone or caulking and then you can start the cleaning process. So for the splashback, we're using Selly's Rapid Mold Killer and giving it a really good scrub on those grout lines, followed with sugar soap on the splashback and bench tops, scrubbing it down to give it a really thorough cleaning. After this, we're going to wipe down not once but twice with clean water to again make sure our surface is as clean as can be and there's nothing left behind. So same as the cabinets, we are up to the primer. Starting with the splashback followed by the bench top, we're going to do 1 coat on each and then 4 hours of dry time. Then this is the fun part, going over these old tiles with a fresh coat of white paint. As with our kitchen cabinets, we ended up doing 3 coats on the splashback and the bench top because again, we're going over quite dark pitches on the tiles and dark bench tops with quite light colours. So to get that really even coverage on top, 3 coats was best in this kitchen project. Like the kitchen cabinets, the splashback and bench top also have an 8-hour dry time between coats, so make sure you factor that into your planning when you're painting. These are both followed again by the clear coat. So for the splashback, we've gone with a gloss option to really reflect that light and bounce it around the room and differentiate from what the cabinets are because they are tinted the same colour, which is Snowy Mountains Quarter. But for the bench tops, we're going to go with a satin finish. It just shows a few less marks, but it's still really easy to clean and hard wearing. After you finish the painting and everything is fully dry, you can go back in a couple of days later with your silicone to finish off this project. We've also decided to paint this range hood for this kitchen makeover. Give it a really thorough cleaning to get rid of any grease and grime, and then just 1 final wipe over with some methylated spirits to make sure there's no contaminants left on the surface. After that, we can tape up and use our Norglass Weatherfast Heat Safe Black, which is safe and heat resistant up to 400 degrees Celsius. No primers required. This just requires 2 coats with a 16-hour dry time between coats. And that's it. Can you believe that this is the same kitchen space? The homeowners here have also replaced the floors and given the walls a fresh coat of paint, and you would not believe it is the same house.